And it's 4 o'clock.
Hi there.
Hello. How y'all doing?
I'm Leah,
I'm Steve.
and I am also Frugal Vagabond,
Third Rock Vagabond.
and we are on the Royal Caribbean 9-month Ultimate World Cruise.
Yep, we certainly are.
Today, Steve and I are going to be, we missed doing the update yesterday, so we're going to go over what we did yesterday and today, and then we're going to rank the restaurants on the Serenade of the Seas.
Yeah, we
And
are.
newsflash, we don't agree on this one completely.
Not completely. Anyway.
So, what did we do yesterday?
Yesterday we were still in Stockholm. Beautiful city. We actually got with our friend Anthony and Shannon, and we went to the ice bar,
Which was really cool and reminded me. And reminded me of being home. So, or where I grew up anyway.
We're losing connection on there. There we're
There
back.
we go. Hopefully reconnected.
Hello.
Anyway,
Once again,
the ice bar, ice walls, ice furniture.
Yep, furniture. Yeah,
Furniture.
mostly
Table.
standing. They had a block of ice standing up on its end, and
they
that was the
did have one wooden plank that you could sit on.
Yeah.
But they gave you a little poncho parka thing and gloves. And we each got one drink served in an ice glass. It was really cool. I keep saying
square, and it had a round hole in the middle, and I liked it. It was just a matter of you had quite a bit around the edge of it, so
yeah, it was kind of hard to drink out.
Yeah.
And we put them in the trash when we were done. There was so they just cleaned them out, I guess, and refreeze them.
They melted them down and sent them out.
Okay.
Then they froze new ones.
Okay.
So anyway, the nice thing about the little ice glass was that it kept your drink cool, cold, without diluting it. So I like that. I like very little ice in my drink, just enough to chill it, and that's good. If you wait too long anyway, you're taking too long to drink it. Oh,
darn it!
Who didn't have their mic?
Well, it's on. I just didn't have it close to my mouth. Okay.
Hopefully the beginning. Yep, someone's there now. Yep.
Hi. So,
hello, caller, you're on the line.
Stop that. So yesterday was Stockholm still, and today we are in Visby, Sweden. We are still
Visby,
here.
which is a little island east of the southern tip of Sweden.
We did a Royal Caribbean excursion today called the Best of Visby. So we got to see some of botanical garden.
Yeah.
And then
a little park kind of thing.
A gallows, and then a church.
Yeah. Well, we saw the gallows last.
No, the gallows was before the church.
Was?
Anyway,
well, before the big church.
Yeah, we didn't get out of the vehicle. We just looked at them through the window.
I was thinking because that one little park area that we walked in had that old church.
That was not it.
Well, I thought she mentioned that was the gallows. I thought that's what I thought you were getting with, because I had to take a little earbud out. Plus, I was so far back from him.
He also wasn't paying attention. Anyway, so those were the three things that they actually took us to see, and we ditched the excursion guide after that. We handed in our earpieces and decided to walk back by ourselves. Yeah. Also because, hey, Regina, it's good to see you.
Hello, Regina.
So we did that because there was a medieval festival that happens here once a year. It goes on for a week.
Yep, very much similar to like a Renaissance festival back in the States.
So lots of people walking around in costume.
Yes. I don't think, of course, we're not here at night, so I don't know if it gets the craziness like they do at Renfest.
I don't know.
From what I hear, it gets a little crazy. Anyway, at night. But this was, a lot of people in period costume, and of course they have the city to do it in.
Yeah.
Or outside,
because
outside the wall.
A huge portion of the city is still left over from medieval times and remarkably well preserved.
There we are.
Remarkably well preserved.
Yes. Yes.
Anyway, so we finished our tour about 10:30.
Yeah.
And waited around until 11 because that's when we heard the festival was supposed to start. So about 15 after 11, we walked over there, and by the way, really steep steps up and down.
Yes.
So we walked over there and
stuck our heads in the tent. that looked
The
like the
entryway.
entranceway.
It was
they
the
had
entranceway.
yeah, it was a tent that they had set up as an entranceway.
And
It
it wasn't open until 1.
Yeah, no, it's 1 o'clock. Oh, really?
Yeah. So I wasn't inclined. I really, really wanted to go, but I also had a lot of other stuff to do, and I didn't want to wait around for 2 hours.
Just to go to the Rim Festival, yeah.
Right.
Or the
And we wouldn't have been able.
Festival.
We wouldn't have been able to stay for very long too.
No, would not.
So that was yesterday and today. So
well, we did walk around the old part of the town, which is beautiful. Beautiful.
Old Town.
A lot of the old town. A lot of the walls were still up from the when it was a fortress. Still just beautiful. A lot of beautiful houses. People still living in the houses. They've renovated a lot, but
I want to say something about that because every time, like this happens every time we have a guide and they're showing us different parts of the city. So they'll walk us in front of an important building or area of town, and we'll literally be standing in front of someone's doorway, and somebody will invariably ask, "Oh, what is it? Is it like office? Is it an office or is it some sort of admin building?" No, it's somebody's actual home.
That's Fred's house right there.
Yeah, somebody lives there, and to me, that's just kind of creepy. I would not want people doing that to my home. No. Like just coming in and because people look in the windows. It's just creepy and weird.
Definitely, I kind of keep
the
blinds closed
all the time, and then you don't get any sunlight.
Close the shutters. While people are wandering around. But I'm sure it's going to be fun if they actually do start drinking quite a bit.
So for tomorrow, we have another royal excursion, Clypedia, past and present. So we'll see how that one goes.
Yeah.
And then we have 2 sea days in a row after that.
Is this Denmark or is this
Lithuania?
Lithuania. Apologies. Lithuania.
Anyway, so Steve and I are now going to rank the restaurants.
Bum, bum, bum.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so there are 8 restaurants, or 8 places where you can get food. So we're including all of them.
Yep.
So what's your number 8?
And my number 8 is Latitudes because it's really not a food place. You can get the little snacks.
It's the coffee shop.
You get the danishes. You can sometimes get the sandwiches. But it's coffee. It's a Starbucks coffee. They serve coffee there. So that's the primary.
And I don't have a number 8 because I have a tie for me. There's a tie for number 7. So mine is Latitudes, again, the coffee shop, and the Park Cafe, which is located in the Solarium.
Yep, Deck 11.
On Deck 11. It also has sandwiches and desserts in the case. At night, late at night, or early in the morning, before the Windjammer opens, you can get breakfast sandwiches there. At lunch, they have a salad bar, so if you just want something.
After 3?
No, that's at lunchtime.
At lunch, they do have a salad bar? I thought they didn't open until after the Windjammer. The Windjammer closes at 3, so about 3:30, I think it is when.
So it's the people doing
the park. Yeah, Park Cafe opens up.
And
they
the
do
park.
Have a salad bar.
Yes, and the Park Cafe is also open late at night after the Windjammer closes for dinner, and that's where you can get pizza and the sandwiches.
But the other thing,
desserts.
In addition to the salad bar at the late lunchtime, they do have roast beef, which you can make little sandwiches out of. They have the bread rolls and the roast beef, which that's pretty good. Roast beef is usually really good.
And it's usually better than the sandwiches that really dislike it.
And so that was my number 7, was the Park Cafe.
Right. Okay, so
6, we're in agreement on 6.
We're in agreement on the Windjammer.
Yep.
So why does Windjammer get a 6 for you?
It's
like why is it not as good as
it's a cafeteria.
Yeah.
The food's fine. It's not.
It does tend to get really crowded when the ship is full.
It's very crowded when the ship is full. Very correct on that one.
Especially on sea days.
Yeah. And sometimes you'll get there and something's been sitting there for a little bit, and it's not quite as fresh. It's a little bit dry or whatever the case may be. But the food's fine. It's not a matter of the food. It's just where it ranks with the others.
It's an atmosphere thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 5 for both of us was also the chef's table.
Chef's table.
So this is like the premier dining experience. It's like a ton of courses of food and wine pairings with each of the things, and that gets number 5 for me because it's too much food and it's too expensive.
Well, the price is one thing. I've actually gotten to go to it twice where you weren't available, and the problem there is the food it's nice food. The pairings are nice. I prefer a little more red wine as to white. They focus more on white wines.
Because there's fish.
There's fish, but you can change them. You know, you say, hey, I don't like fish. I prefer. You know, they have some other little options that they can change out. But the problem being is, and we heard this from the actual chef, they have not changed the menu in 7 years. It's the same menu throughout the fleet. Every ship that does the chef's table, it's the same menu.
Yep.
The only thing that changes is the wine pairings, because those will vary from time to time what they have available. They'll repair a new wine to the dish. And, you know, just change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, give a 3 options you can choose for the that particular evening that you want to do. Rotate the menu. Some, you know, come on,
Make it different.
7 years. Come on.
And then number 4.
4
for
same,
both of us
same.
is Izumi.
Izumi's.
Not because the food is necessarily bad. It's just we're not huge fans of seafood, and well, I don't know.
Well, for me, I'm not a big fan of sushi. I do like tuna. You know.
I don't like the way the menu's set up as far as like a la carte versus the fixed price. Like,
yeah.
Just charge me a fixed price.
Yeah, and the price on this is a little bit more than the other specialties. For me, it's fine. I'm just not a sushi fan, but they do have tempura, which is nice. I do enjoy that. And there again, haven't been to it very many times. So.
Because, it doesn't rank very high for us.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 3, so 1 and 2 are not the same for us, but number 3 is the last one we have the same, and that's the main dining room.
Yeah, main dining room.
I like the specialized attention. I like the atmosphere. We also have 2 people that we eat dinner with. We share a table with them. And
last
so
several sailings.
The company is always awesome.
Yeah, we enjoy our time with our table mates on for the last several sailings that we paired up with them.
The staff rotates in the main dining room, so like we don't have the same waiter and assistant waiter that we had in the beginning. In fact, every sailing they switch them up.
Yeah, and sometimes we'll have good ones, and sometimes we'll have some that are kind of new and just not quite up to speed yet. But you know, it's still nice. Like Leah said, the atmosphere is nice. It's more of a fine dining type.
And the main dining room is included. So it doesn't cost extra. That's why it gets a higher ranking for me than Izumi and Chef's Table.
Yeah. Same with that, because you have included in your price is the main dining room and the Windjammer, in addition to
Park Cafe and
Park Cafe. Latitude's
just for the food though, not for the.
No, you still got to pay. No,
the
food.
The
That's right.
The food is included, but
it comes from the Windjammer.
Drinks are not.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, so what is your number 2 then?
My number 2 is Giovanni's. I like it. I do like Italian food. They have some really good Italian food. But it's still my number 2.
And your number 1?
My number 1 is Chops, because I've gotten to where I really like their filet. It's nice. It's tender. It's just a fantastic. Giovanni's also has a filet, and a lot of people prefer it over.
You're stealing my stuff.
I'm sorry, but I like the Chops better than what's available in Giovanni's. It's just a little preference thing. You know, I still like Giovanni's. I think it's fantastic.
And so obviously my number 2 is Chops, and my number 1 is Giovanni's. Now one of the reasons for this is because, again, if I want steak, I can also get that at Giovanni's, and it's comparable to that at Chops.
Yeah.
But also, they have a lot of selection of pasta. Like the mushroom risotto is really good, and I feel like there's more choice there. Chops, I don't know what is going on. Why that has to keep reconnecting.
Oh,
so Chops does have the pretzel bread. Chops does have the Chops does have the pretzel breadsticks, which are
good.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it.
Yeah.
Giovanni's is the top one for me, and Chops is obviously Chops is the steakhouse for those who don't know.
Yeah. And Giovanni's is the Italian restaurant. So, both wonderful. It's just I just kind of prefer the steak at Chops over the one at Giovanni's. The filet at Giovanni's is very nice. It's delicious, but I'm just
let's show
For
the.
Neil, yeah. So here's our view for
So we
for
have
Visby.
you can see two cruise ships here,
Yeah.
over here, and then another ferry ship parked next to
Yep,
us.
yep,
So,
with a big Lido deck, I guess is what they call them, and a lot of tables out there and people sitting and getting ready. It looks like it's out of Tallinn.
yes, I believe it is.
Yeah, so they're
or
taking,
at least the company is.
yeah.
Anyway, like I said, tomorrow we have another excursion in the morning, and we are going to be in Klaipėda. I know I'm not pronouncing that correctly.
Yeah.
Lithuania. And then we have 2 sea days after that. So,
Yep.
All right, I'm
It's
done.
reconnecting. Yeah.
Okay.
Reconnecting on Facebook. So.
Everybody, have a good day. See you tomorrow.
Later. Adios, amigos.